Pat Barry is the Regional Marketing Lead of Safety at Rockwell Automation in Brampton, Ontario. He says that while safety standards are essential to protecting the workforce, it isn't necessary to get hung up on the details when creating a machine safety program. I met up with Pat at this year's Partners in Prevention Conference in Mississauga, Ontario, to hear more about his perspective.
Standards are just taking good principles, good engineering principles, good safety principles, and putting them down in writing. So when you get down to the core base of what the standards are all about, they all use the exact same principles. And that's what people should focus on, is implementing good principles and not worrying so much about standards.
Pat says workers can use a safety life cycle as the foundation of a machine safety program to increase operational excellence.
A lot of people make the mistake of just looking at a hazard and saying, there's a hazard there, I have to guard it. But what they need to do is look at how the human interacts with the machine. And when they do that, you take the time to see what the person needs to do with the machine, and you select the right safeguard, something that will allow them to do their job. When we look at productivity improvements on machine safety, they generally come from three different places. The first place is to design it out. So if we look at a process, we could design a hazard out. Often we're also taking a task away, and that improves productivity because we're removing a task that somebody is performing. The second way we usually affect productivity on machinery is by automating the safety system and giving the operator more information. They can make better decisions, they can make decisions more quickly, they can understand if something's broken and fix it more quickly, and that leads to a productivity improvement. And then lastly, probably the biggest opportunity is with alternate methods of control, where companies have traditionally relied on lockout. If they look at the task that the person is performing, the hazard that they're encountering, they can often select a control safeguard instead of performing lockout.
Pat says there are a few distinctive characteristics of an effective machine safety program.
The first thing is the safety life cycle. You assess, you specify, you design, you install, you validate. What a good machine safety program also has is some way of evaluating the overall set of machines. They have a way to prioritize what they're going to address first. And then the other thing is involving a team of people. If we want to account for all the human interaction, we have to involve the humans in the process. So you have to have all of the people that are working on that machine evaluating the best way to protect and safeguard the people working on it.